We should at least get what's allotted to us.
We would have gotten points if one of us did go to jail.
But we do have enough points.
We have enough points, yeah. We have 45, we needed 41.
So Denise, do we need to take any action on this at
No.
all? If there's no adoption or anything?
No, it's just we have to certify Kathy and I that we talked about it at our meeting.
Okay.
Can I ask our resident guru on everything legislative? There was a bill that was proposed that would return energy tax receipt control to municipalities. Do you have any idea where that stands?
I believe that is still in committee. I don't believe there's been any movement, because every once in a while, your clerk checks on it.
As I said, you're the guru.
So I'll be glad to check again, and let all of you know by email tomorrow.
Wasn't there a year recently when it actually passed that was vetoed?
I believe, yes, Mayor, I believe there was, the governor vetoed it, I think it was last year. So then this legislature would have had to reintroduce it, I believe they did. Yes.
That's an election year, maybe,
Maybe, you never know. I'll check on it, though, to get in touch with all of you tomorrow.
We'll have a report from Tom Connolly, a member of the Parks Commission.
Are you sure you're filming yourself?
It's recorded. Good evening. I'm here to move for final approval for the bench for Tommy John, a longtime Cranbury resident and a personal friend of mine. This is a project I was working with a variety of people, John family, Miss Marino, who's been collecting the private donations, Jerry Thorne, who's indicated he would be helping getting the bench actually planted into the ground in Stone Park. So I just have a couple of things to go over. PowerPoint here. Working with the John family, they actually sent out to a variety of friends and family for the exact verbiage that they liked on the plaque. And the verbiage they came up with was, with love, with laughter, we remember Tommy John. And that is in accordance with the next slide here that fits within the parameters of the Victor Stanley bench, which is the same bench that they used for Judy Dawson, who has a bench in, I believe, Heritage Park. And of the particular plaque layouts, you know, the black or the green, they opted for the green background. And moving on to the next slide, we have a picture of Millstone Park, and as you can kind of zoom in, you see the area where the playground equipment is kind of quite saturated with benches there. I went independently from Ms. John, who also went, and we actually happened to just pick out the same exact location, which is somewhat of where you can see, imagine where the picture is being taken from. There's actually a nice opening in between two trees. So, and the next slide after that shows you kind of the backhand, which of course is not going to be facing that way, but that kind of gives you an idea if you're familiar with the park where it would be located. And as far as the bench type, we had a couple different selections that we looked at, but ultimately the Parks Commission was happy with the bench, that same benches for Judy Dawson. And like I said, all the donations it's already been raised at about $1,900. So the $1,821 is the cost of that bench, working with the Ben Schaefer Associates, and that includes the freight tax and plaque. So I'll entertain any questions, or of course, I actually have a question for you guys as well. That would be as far as the check for the bench, would that be something, because Ms. Marino has the donations, would she have to write a check to the town, that the town pays the Ben Schaefer Associates, or just directly to Ben Schaefer Associates?
You would just direct.
Just directly?
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually at the meeting that when this was first presented to, and as you see, I think it's well done and fits in the spirit of what you're trying to accomplish. And I think a lot of people have been responsive to it as well, so I think it's a great thing.
Tom, what needs to be done to put it in place? Is it anchored in concrete or anything? Is there anything like that?
That was discussion, so I think I have to work with Jerry Thorne as far as what's available, as far as there was some discussion as far as either rocks or cement. I would imagine cement being the better option, but there were some concerns, particularly with the bench for Judy Dawson. I guess there's been some deterioration.
It is one of those things that's, it's a nice thing to see, but it's unfortunate that we are in a position of doing it.
Good job, Tom.
Thank you.
Dennis, so we don't need any action, do we need to do
I was going to suggest, Mayor, that you do a motion
Okay.
to make it official, to approve it.
may I have a motion to approve the installation of this bench in the park in honor of Tommy John?
So,
Second.
Okay, roll call, Mr. Cook,
yes.
Ms. Getz,
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Johnson.
Yes,
We have 5 yeas and 0 nays.
thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Anything from the professionals?
No, Mayor.
We'll open to public comment on any subject at all, whether on the agenda or not.
Come on.
I wasn't prepared to do this because we were told we couldn't get on the agenda, but he's here for an Eagle Scout project that we went through the recreation board the other night, and we still haven't gotten formal approval, but we were told that he would have to also come from the township. So I was wondering if it's okay for him to just quickly say what his idea is, just to get some feedback, and then we will go through the formal process. Is that possible?
Is this
Isn't
his
that
first-
ordinarily what happens, you know?
Oh,
Do we get a report from?
Yeah, ordinarily a form is filled out.
Yes.
We did, we presented it to the recreation board.
And the recreation has to sign off on it, I believe Parks has to sign off on it as well. Then it comes to me, and then we put it on the agenda, and the committee will say yes or no to the project.
The problem
Because
here
we
is
just
the
want
timing
some
issue.
feedback at this point in the
Well,
process.
we just want to see, because there's a timing issue with this, it has to be done in November, and obviously your next meeting is later in October. So I was just wondering if he could just present the fundraiser piece of his Eagle Scout project, that's the only time-sensitive part of the.
Sure.
That'd be fine with me.
Sorry, he wasn't here.
It's good to have a mom in the audience. Don't worry. My mom's still,
If you could just give us your name, please.
Mikey
Frost. Okay.
Mike, can you pull the microphone just a little closer to the people who don't hear you?
That's
All right,
good.
yeah, so I'm working on my Eagle Scout project currently, getting ready to start. I was thinking of a fundraiser, so I had the idea to do a pumpkin roll down the big dirt hill in Village
This is
Park.
why you've got a time constraint.
Yeah. Do a pumpkin roll, that's great, so yeah. I was thinking about doing a pumpkin roll down the big dirt hill in Village Park. I'd sell pumpkins there, or people could bring their own, because what are you gonna really do with your pumpkin after Halloween, other than throw it out? So you could pay a $5 admission fee to roll your pumpkin, with all the proceeds for the actual project. I also have a bake sale going on too, and to make sure there's no pumpkin patch growing on the dirt hill after the project, I have crews to clean up, help me manage the whole entire event itself. So, that's pretty much my idea.
Is it like a race then, or you just roll a
Well,
pumpkin?
yeah, you roll it down from the 3 farthest. I'm working on forming prizes, getting donations from locals.
So it's distance you're going for, not speed.
Right, yeah, distance.
as someone who in college attended the Delaware Pumpkin Chucking Contest,
There you go.
I think the pumpkin roll is a neat idea.
Maybe,
Oh, yeah.
maybe a new Cranbury traditional board.
But how would you plan on advertising this so people knew about it?
Flyers and possible email blasts through the whole entire Cranbury school. Talk to the principal about it.
Have you already spoken to the principal?
Not yet, but she's done it for past Eagle Scout projects, so I could ask her about it.
See if she'll roll a pumpkin too.
There you go.
Get her involved.
Go buy one of those big ones with the red wagon on 33, and
Which side of the hill are you thinking of doing it? Towards the parking lot, towards the ball field?
Yeah, towards the baseball field, that was the least grassy field, there's a lot of grass is growing.
because you roll it the other way, we have a whole bunch of pumpkins floating in the lake.
Exactly.
Pumpkin float.
So
So
is
you
it something
intend
that,
to have
I'm just curious how this works. Would everyone get there and roll their pump at the same
Yeah,
time?
I have like for 2 hours, you have registration and you file them up one by one as they go. You mark the farthest one, it's got flags. So whenever someone goes farther, you mark the flag to where they rolled it.
Do you have to be there to do it?
Yeah, anybody
Maybe we get the police department to blow, when they all blow them all up at the end.
He ignored you back there.
Yeah, I know.
So this will be sometime shortly after?
Right, yeah, I was thinking about either the weekend after, right after Halloween, or 2 weekends, or 3 weekends after, because we have teachers' convention, so a lot of people are traveling, so it won't be as great of attendance.
Denise, there's no permit or anything
No,
for the use of the park?
no, there's no permit, but they went before recreation, from what I understand. Recreation did not formally approve it yet, they have to go before parks. So he has to get approval from parks and recreation before he can get approval from us, and then we have to have a forum.
I think, the feedback thus far is positive, right? And it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
So the idea is you're raising funds, then what are you doing with the funds?
Well, that's my project, it's in the, I was thinking about enhancing, what they call it, Village Park, by adding a kiosk, a whole map of Village Park, because not many people who are coming into the park don't know where everything is, because nothing's labeled inside the park, so they'll be able to label things, and on the back will be a bulletin board, we can post community bulletins and activities, promote events, and I was also thinking about labeling each of the big places in Village Park, like the gazebo, the baseball fields, the docks, the tennis courts, so people know, so if someone asks them to come to the gazebo, they know where, or the dock, they know where it is. And lastly, I would plant trees near the baseball field bleachers. I guess it's called C1, the first field baseball field, the big one, because there's no shade there. A lot of people complain on the hot summer days, beating down on them.
You'll definitely need shade trees.
Yeah,
really
we talked about that.
Because trees are an issue, and we can't plant them wherever we want. They have to be the type and where they go, have to really be looked at carefully.
Yeah, the rec board is
Yeah.
telling me.
So
I
you
suppose
mentioned,
parks
right,
will be.
you've not met with parks yet, do you?
Not parks, no, I've done the rec board though.
I think they're October 9th, but it's during school hours, so I have to figure out if I can pull them out of school, otherwise I'll just go into rehab.
Now, anybody can go to Dirt Mountain and roll a pumpkin down. If there's an organized activity, do we have to check with the GIF in case?
It's in the park, so it should be covered.
Okay.
Anything that goes on in the park is covered. We may want them to fill out a permit application just so we have that on file.
And the police department has already sent a letter saying that they're okay with, that size gathering in the park, and they would patrol through there during the event, that they were in support of it.
Great.
Very good.
I think it'd be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
The only thing is you may not want to wait 2 to 3 weeks, because if the pumpkins are anything like the pumpkins that sit on my porch for 2 to 3 weeks, they're not going to
Especially
roll
if
back.
they're carved, if they're carved, it'll be a lot of fun watching them fly apart.
Yeah, I was leaning towards the one right after Halloween, because they rec board broke to me that it wouldn't be good. 2, 3.
Rotten pumpkins won't roll as well.
Right, yeah.
So you're saying the weekend though after Halloween is the day off, you have a holiday that week?
No, that's 2 weekends, that's teacher convention.
I agree with Jay, you might want to see if you can get, while the pumpkins are still,
Yeah, so I was thinking about it's the weekend after, it's not a teacher convention, so I was thinking about doing that one.
and
That's
it might
right.
start to get cold too.
Right, yeah. And then that would be fun.
But how does that work with the timing? Because when's your next meeting?
We have our next one on
The
October 14th.
second Monday of October.
So what I might recommend is, you might want to get the approval just to get the event out of the way, because I think you'll have a longer conversation about the project part.
Right, that's all he was
Yeah,
looking
so
for
it's
right
not
now for
bad.
fundraiser.
So I think for the most part, we're pretty comfortable with the event part here, but you just need to cross a few Ts with some other organizations, and I can help, obviously, but,
Yeah, because I think we can kind of give you a verbal response that's positive, so that our step of the equation, you can assume has been taken care of.
Because from an advertising standpoint, because if we have to wait until October 14th, I think the event would be, that first Saturday is like November 2nd. That doesn't leave a lot of time. So I'm assuming.
The question is, can we advertise?
Right, before you approve officially.
Could we, well, when did you say rec meets again?
October 17th.
And we
I
can't,
think that's the next one.
they need rec's approval.
But I think rec just needs parks approval, and I think
Parks.
parks is October 9th.
October.
Okay, so then could we do this, could we do a conditional, a motion on condition that approval, pending approval from Parks, that we authorize Denise to approve and sign on to this?
That makes sense, let's do that.
Sure.
That'll
You
expedite
get
it.
a motion and
And that way, as soon as you get Parks approval, Denise, you're okay?
Yeah, you have to have their approval on the floor, then it's fine.
Right.
JC, have you got to make a motion?
Yes,
I'd like to make a motion that pending approval from the Parks Committee, if so approved, we approve the fundraiser to be held at Village Park for the pumpkin rolling contest.
okay, we need a second on.
Second.
Okay, roll call, Mr. Cook,
Yes.
Ms. Getz,
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Johnson.
Yes,
5 yeas and 0 nays. Thank you.
best of luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do it.
Get dressed as a pumpkin and roll.
I'm just praying that Kristen doesn't go into labor that weekend.
Very
Yeah,
good.
that'd be my
So our
wish.
future is like rolling some pumpkins.
Exactly. Important township business, I have to leave.
Any other public comment? Helene?
And I just realized I'm not saying that.
I'm Lane Hughes from 16 Winwood Drive, and I was happy to read in your brochure that you're talking about the waste management plant that's, on the Firehouse Road that's right behind my house. And it is smelly, and I just wondered, where does it stand? I mean, I see Monroe Township there almost every day, and, there's some makeshift, all about it, this pipe hose that comes out, goes into the sewer thing, but it's always open because of the big hose, so.
What I mentioned in my brochure is that we had put out for bids to redo one of the pump
Cranbury
stations.
Pump Station.
Is that the one?
That's,
Are we talking about the same one?
Right.
that's the one they are working on right now.
And this,
Oh, it's underway.
okay, the venting and that smell should go away once the pumps have been swapped and the new ones are operational. It should go back to the way it was prior to the project again. Now, I'm assuming, were you smelling it prior to?
Well, yes, I mean, on and off over the years. So
Mhm.
that's why I figured you're redoing it.
Yeah, because a lot of the issue, I had that when I was on North Main Street, that it gets to a certain flow, and then the vents open in order to allow more flow through, because it gets vapor lock essentially.
Yeah.
I think the venting with this situation currently is because the new pump's coming online, but also the new pump should handle volume better than previous pumps too.
Good. Okay. And then it's being worked on now, do you have any idea?
How long?
We're waiting for the pumps. They're probably 6 to 8 weeks out before they'll be here, hopefully sooner. But within the next couple of months, it should be complete.
In time for the holidays.
And before the hot weather again.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll close the public portion. I have no mayor's notes tonight. But,
Just follow.
I will make an appointment of Dave Narvel to the Environmental Commission. He will be the second alternate.
Correct, Mayor. Yes.
That's a mayor's appointment.
Thank you.
They're very excited, they're very excited about having them join the commission too.
Thank you.
Some entertaining conversations.
No.
Conversations out.
At this point, I'd like to take a motion to go into closed session.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, Mr. Cook?
Yeah.
Ms. Getz? Mr. Mulligan?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mayor Johnson?
Yes.
5 yeas and 0 nays.